It was in the late 19th century that London police started using a special whistle to get attention. It was lightweight and had a piercing sound, a real improvement over the hand rattles they'd been using before. That same design is still used today. They may be a blast from the past, but there's nothing better for blowing the whistle on lawbreakers. The average traffic cop blows his whistle thousands of times a day, so the whistles have to resist a lot of spit. The whistle's body is made of high-grade brass tubing in which 2 slots are punched. These are sound holes that will allow the noise to escape. Using hydraulic pressure, the brand name is stamped onto the tube. Next comes the mouthpiece. Rollers sculpt a piece of spinning brass into a shape that's a bit like an hourglass. With the mouthpiece complete, a hydraulic punch is used to bend a piece of brass into a part called the slab. The slab will be used to create 2 sound chambers inside the whistle. A loop is fitted onto an end cap to make the whistle easier to hang on to. A rotating press bends the loop's tab against the inside of the cap to fasten them together permanently. Next, an end cap is attached to the slab, and then the slab is forced into the cavity of the whistle, splitting it into 2 chambers. A police whistle actually produces 2 notes at once, giving it that distinctive timbre. These 2 separate sound chambers will produce 2 different pitches. Now the ends of the whistle are dipped in solder paste, and then the looped cap and mouthpiece are hammered onto the pasted ends. The solder paste is a special lead-free compound, so the whistleblower won't be exposed to toxins. Solder wires are also inserted in the whistle chambers before capping the ends. These solder wires will act in conjunction with the solder paste to seal the whistle in a process that happens next. The whistles move through an electromagnetic induction coil, which heats them to a smoking 425 degrees. This causes the solder paste and wires inside to melt and flow into the whistle seams. Each whistle is then dipped in an acid bath, which hardens the solder, sealing the whistle seams. Next, the whistles are lowered into a nickel bath, where positively charged nickel ions migrate to the negatively charged whistles. Now, it's time to make some noise. Each whistle is tested with compressed air. The tiniest pinhole will cause a whistle to fail, and that happens in 3% of them. Failure is a crushing experience. The rejects get flattened and sent to a company that reclaims the metal. On both land and sea, whistles are the sound of authority. Here, workers assemble a boatswain's pipe used by naval officers to issue commands and salute dignitaries. There's a tiny hole in the ball at the end of this pipe. The player opens and closes that hole with his hands to change the whistle's pitch. And with that, production at this whistle factory comes to a screeching halt.